boom, 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 boom. Morning. Okay, so yo, let's see what we got going on today. Let's start with the economical calendar. As usual, we need to know what is going on this week in terms of economical calendar. This day is actually pretty decent. The only reason why I would think it's slightly risky to trade is because tomorrow we have pretty heavy news. Tomorrow we have FOMC. Tomorrow we're gonna have so much volatility. We're probably gonna print like 150 pips. We have potential. Tomorrow we have at ADP, advanced GDP, and FOMC. Like, it's crazy. I don't know why. I'm curious next week. Hey man, good morning, bro. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Probably next week is gonna be the decent one, low probability. I don't have no idea why NFP from this week got dragged to this week. I have no fucking idea, because we have NFP and FOMC in the same week, which is something. Sometimes it happens, but I generally have no idea why it happens. So let's start with DXY. Let's start making our analysis. Again, we're gonna be really picky with my trades. This week I gotta catch up with the breakdowns from yesterday, but we're gonna see. I mean, this is definitely high resistance. We are looking like we're reaching back into the high, but no real opportunity. Unless, I don't know, 1 hour gap prints here and we have a really easy trade. Yeah, it's just melting. You already took this range low, so this becomes really risky for us to be trading in. And we have high resistance in this area. So I'm expecting price to react off, especially since we have that gap, but this is definitely our draw here. But we're very overextended. I don't like trading like this. Trending this place looks like, well, the model we have here probably gonna play out of this 50-minute gap and just keep continuing lower, or the block that we have in premium prices. So yeah, it's just the trade that we had, the demo trade from yesterday, ended up running really a lot. But yeah, look at this one. I was right on this being low probability because we keep struggling. So it was indeed low probability. Probably AUDUSD does hold potential, because we are holding that 4 hour, and if we see 1 hour gap lower, we can easily take it towards this low, potentially even lower towards this area, this inversion here. So kind of looking at price right now and kind of making a plan. AUDUSD definitely looks like probably the only pair I'm looking to trade, because these are very overextended. You don't want to be trading in scenarios like this. You don't want to do that. I mean, at least I don't like trading so overextended. We did take pretty nicely. We did take this and retested it, this new week opening gap. But yeah, we should probably be drawing also. This is very good buy side liquidity that we have here. So we should, I mean, DXY is definitely gonna reach higher. If I'm reaching higher, but too high in price for me to trade. That's simple, right? Unless we see, I don't know, like 1 hour gap. I don't even know. Like, these are not even worth, like, to be honest, really making an analysis on. Not even worth making an analysis on. We should be drawing towards that though, because these are very overextended. So euro reaching lower, definitely, most likely towards that high res with a gap. So that's probably the best POI price can have to sustain a move higher. So yeah, hourly we did leave from a gap, but yeah, not something that we would trade. Trading this place here, it's a model I trade. We had really nice Asia delivery here that we left from that 50-minute, and we created a displacement. Looks like a trending this place, which is one of my model. And yeah, Geo looks, this trend line liquidity here looks way too vulnerable for me to be trading it. Definitely, and already reached that high resistance, so we cannot be trading this. Definitely reached high res. Definitely not gonna trade it. Very vulnerable trendline liquidity here. That's all I'm gonna say. Vulnerable trendline lick. I actually would like, in cases like this, I would actually really like buying, even if it seems strong, because the area is really voided and we are support. We have really massive POI here, this high res area, and these usually support really strong moves higher. So, but I do like AU though. I do like AU on reaching lower here. I do like AU. AU is this to this, which is inverse. So buy some liquidity into inverse into another inverse. So inverse to inverse, when now we're just looking for that follow-up, which would be a 1 hour gap from here to target this lower prices. So AU is looking good. We'll see if we have something today, but this is definitely looking really good on the higher time frame. Buy some liquidity into inverse to inverse, basically just continuation patterns. And now here I'm just waiting for hourly gap. We held this supply formed in New York apparently, and it's a really nice behavior here. All I'm waiting is 1 hour gap here to be traded off to target these equal lows. Like, it's a simple idea. It's a good idea actually. I would say this is an A+ setup, but and that's pretty much it. Like, it's not a complicated idea. This is where I had that potential short yesterday, but we would have had to hold overnight, and hell nah. Hell nah. So let's look at UK did kind of switch structure. Let's look at price here. Did kind of switch structure because we have that textbook market structure shift here, but it looks a bit weird, but it is textbook. And we have this market structure shift here, and now technically this means I would say we're reaching back into high resistance, which is this area right here. So that's what it would mean. We do have this 4 hours still here that is kind of holding price. Now what is annoying about this is the fact that we have this big ass fucking void here, and we do not know which PI to trade off. Do we trade off this inverse? Do we trade off this? Do we trade off this, or do we trade off this? It's really annoying. So in the case like this, we gotta wait for that hourly gap to confirm which PI we're holding. So meaning once we see our 1 hour gap lower from any area in this leg, we can be looking at lower prices, but it does indeed need more structure. I would say probably this over the block looks good to me. This breaker, it's a really nice breaker here, formed rated liquidity broke structure. So this is probably my POI. So what I'm gonna do here is wait for hourly gap, but it doesn't look like a necessarily good scenario. I would still like in a case like this I would like to see some liquidity getting generated, and then we take it, and then we form that hourly gap, and then we can be trading lower towards pretty much low resistance lows and overall targeting this. But yeah, still gonna wait. It has potential, but the same with DAX here is just really fucking weird. Really weird price action, like big ass fucking ranges. Like, what is this, bro? What is this? Big ass fucking range. Once, twice, 3, 4 times reacted. But yeah, gold recharge on liquidity. I really like the gold trade from yesterday. Sadly, we didn't get it. We didn't come into our alert here, but we did reach strong liquidity. So here it definitely instantly becomes riskier for us to trade, because at this point it's very likely we actually see this inversed, right? So we took out drawn liquidity, and we also tapped a 1 hour FVG or a 4 hour FVG here, which is our drawn liquidity. So here is very likely we see at least some bullish intent towards this. I would say if we inverse this can be a pretty decent idea. If we inverse this, we can trade off this inversion to target this, so we target next POI. So this probably is one of the good ideas. This is an AUD/USD. If it respects it, I'm not really looking to trade unless we break below here, unless we break below the inversion, and I'm looking on the retest, because it's too risky to be trying to trade into that 4 hour. Unless price confirms that it's gonna go below it, then it's not it's too risky to be trading here. Gold, DAX, not even gonna make an analysis, just too dog shit. But gold is looking good. I like gold's price action here on the 4 hour. I have my mouth. Okay, I got it out. Gold reached our hard time frame strong liquidity, so now it becomes really risky to keep selling. Very high chance we inverse. So if we actually inverse, we have sell side liquidity, we have sell side liquidity area and trigger, so this can be a good trade to take higher. The only thing that is kind of wrong is this relative high resistance here, but I don't know if this, I wouldn't really call this high resistance necessarily, but yeah, we'll see how we do. And that's pretty much it. We're waiting for that inversion. We don't even need more. Like lately I realized that you don't need to, I don't know, write a lot of stuff on your analysis. You just need to do them and kind of make a plan. UJ here, I don't want to be trading in high resistance. Once again, these are conditions I avoid, and I've seen in backtesting I avoided so many trades, so many losing trades, but just refusing to trade in high resistance. So to summarize, we have AU and gold pretty much. AU is looking good, but we gotta wait one more hour to get that, which I don't know necessarily if it's gonna happen, if we're not gonna draw lower before doing that. But yeah, euro, oh my god, what is this? Why is price melting so hard? It's behaving like it's London Open, but it's not London Open yet. And we didn't have any news, I'm pretty sure, on pre-London. Where's my... Bro, I hate this bitch so much. Why the fuck? Every time I open FX calendar, it puts me into fucking... Okay, now I understand why. Way. Okay, so we didn't have any news. We just had, I don't know why we're displacing so hard. Apparently, I mean, this week we're gonna have a lot of volatility in the market. It's gonna be a heavy red week. Very news heavy. So gold and AUDUSD, basically the only trades that actually hold potential here. And if drone liquidity gets taken out, we're doomed. We're invalidated the trade. So yeah, we don't want to be trading this, but it printed like crazy yesterday on a very low probability day. Price printed 165 pips. I would expect this type of price action from FOMC, but on a low probability day, printing this much is kind of crazy, because we basically took like 1 week to print this much, and then it got delivered through in 1 day. Probably my guess is probably because of this, like a lot of sellers being stuck here and waiting for their orders to get retapped and then hit their TP. But yeah, we're gonna wait for go. Oh, tired today, bro. I mean, for London, this is it. But I do want to see this has potential for a really good setup and an A plus setup. This is a trade I would take, but we need to see that hourly gap formed, and we need to see sell side liquidity stay intact, or our zone liquidity we need to see stay intact. Otherwise, not taking it. This looks like a no-brainer trade for me, but we gotta see it get validated by price here. I do like gold's higher time frame here. Really clean fucking higher time frame. Really clean higher time frame off this high. Then inversion. Boom. Another inversion retest. Boom. Another inversion here. Oh, this is why we didn't come into that POI. Now it makes sense. I didn't even see the small inversion. That's why we reacted in Asia and we didn't come higher where I expected price to be, because we had that 4-hour inversion that we just retested here on Frankfurt Open, and then just held price lower. Makes sense now, but it's clean higher time frame price action. I love price action like this on the 4-hour, like clean price action. Now I would expect that inversion to come in though. Definitely come in that inversion, looking to target this, and from here potentially continue lower. But yeah, I would need to drink another coffee, to be honest. I need to drink another coffee because lack a bit of sleep, and even though I hate being away from the PC, I need to do it. And yeah, we also have to wait 1 hour for this setup to show, for the potential setup to show, but I do want to backtest until that happens. So we'll see. I'm gonna go drink a coffee because, to be honest, even though I hate staying away from stream, I need it. So yeah. I'm gonna go drink a coffee, come back test. I'm finally stabilizing my win rate after 30 fucking years. While I'm waiting for 1 hour to close. Um, finally stabilizing my win rate. I've seen 50, 60. So these are my stats right now: 50 to 60% win rate minimum. Like that's the baseline. 2.5 RR on average, and 1 to 3 trades per week. These are my stats, and it takes on average 2 hours and a half for one of my trades to hit TP. That's pretty much it. That's my average R. I do have, of course, that's my stats on average. Okay, I'm gonna go drink a coffee again. I'm sorry for being away from the PC, but I need it. I need a coffee. Still sleepy, but it's all good. So, um, okay. So let's see. The gap is forming. It's decent for now, but I do want to see, like, since we're very voided, I either want to see a deep pullback within this FVG or see some sort of like liquidity rate. So my optimal scenario that I want to be trading in is us, we reach this inverse, meaning we reach kind of this area. So, and we have like equal highs getting swept, and then we have an entry, and then I like to target this. We get our 2R and we're done for the day. That's my only trade for now. Maybe gold has some New York trade here, but other than that, not really. So yeah, tired as fuck, but gotta keep going, Gengi. Like, gotta keep going even if it's tiring. So apparently I deleted my session, but I was able to maintain a 60% win rate throughout 1 year. I overskipped some trades, but that's all good though. Like, sometimes it happens. I do want to try and see get a bit out of my comfort zone and backtest UJ and see. I didn't really backtest UJ properly since now, and I do want to test how my win rate is looking even on UJ, which is not the cleanest pair of all time, but I do want to test because UJ is in my arsenal, so I want to see how kind of my win rate is looking on this pair until we wait, of course, for this this setup to actually form. I'm gonna put this, we need to wait for basically 40 minutes for this hourly gap to close for this trade to be valid for me to take, and that's pretty much it. Like, we're just gonna back test. Like, it's just kind of, it's not necessarily, it is kind of a waste of time just waiting. I don't know, just waiting for a setup. We have a clean inverse here. We don't have, we do have buy sell liquidity actually, so we have buy sell liquidity into inversion. Pretty low resistance around this area. We can be trading towards, I would say this probably is our draw. Actually, this FVG right here I think is our draw on liquidity, and from here we can trade shorts here. We can definitely trade shorts, but I do want to see price come a bit higher. I do want to see price come into that and this, sweeping this, and then from there looking at those. This looks like a good reversal, like a London range reversal, meaning we sweep London highs and then we reverse. Boom, pretty decent break already, but it's lunchtime, so I cannot trade this, but I'm gonna place it just for fun, just to see how we're doing. But it's a bit of resistance around here, but that was already mitigated, so probably it's gonna be still the low getting taken. It's lunchtime, so that's why these setups become risky, and we see that we actually almost get swept here. We do get swept because we're trading lunchtime. Like, that's something you should be avoiding at all costs. Now, we didn't really give a reaction. I would still wait to see, probably carry on towards the next day, see how Asia behaves here. I do want to see Asia pull back within that POI. We do have like a 30-minute inversion. We do have a small inversion here. It's a bit weird, and we have 4 hour confirmed with a 1 hour inversion, so we can technically already be trading this. But I do want to see price pull back there, which I don't necessarily think. Okay, it happened, but once again it's lunchtime, so unless we get okay, we got that sweep, we do break, but sadly it's news day. Our idea very likely to just come to be right, but we just got that displacement early on, and look, our idea played out perfectly. From that inverse to this sell side to this previous daily low, played out perfectly, which is fine. Could have maybe taken the entry here, but I'm not really looking to be taking like this big ass displacement entries, but it's okay. We had bias right, we had the idea right. It's just that the entry was a bit misaligned, and look where we draw exactly to that 4 hour that I said. Why did I choose this 4 hour? Well, it's around equilibrium, first of all, and second, it's in the area of high resistance. We can see that here is the area of high resistance, or support and resistance, however we want to call it. This is how I use SR. Actually, I use SR in my trading to avoid trading in bad conditions, basically. So I do want to see if we manage to carry on and 10 higher here, or we just keep on breaking, but we're kind of chopping around. Okay, this is a bit of a continuation signal, looking to probably target this fill over here, just looking to keep on shorting. Again, it's a 4 hour inversion with a 1 hour gap, so this is one of my best setups that I have, is a 4 hour with a a 4 hour gap with a 1 hour gap confluence. So but I don't think it's gonna come here, not now. Yeah, because the build is pretty strong high here. So sadly again our trade got invalidated. Our idea was right again, drawn from here to here, and we see that our idea was right back to back 2 days. But sometimes, yeah, the market doesn't really align. Like here is where my trading lower becomes forbidden, because we have too much resistance and I cannot trade in conditions like this. Like you have no idea how many losing trades are filtered already since I've implemented this rule right here with avoiding to trade in high resistance scenarios. Even if it works, I don't really give a shit, to be honest. I don't see, like, it rejected, of course it played the London sellers, but then it rejected New York's range, and we inverse. This is why these consolidations are really strong, because they hold a lot of orders, which we see initiated that bullish intent. These orders right here, that's why these consolidations are really strong, not only to be avoiding to trade into them, but to trade from them as well. Like, they're extremely powerful. Yeah, here we're overextended. I'm waiting for a bit more structure. I do like that here we're very voided, so I would like actually trading along this and looking to fill this gap, but we need to come around here. Let's think in terms of confluences again. I'm only looking at really high conviction setups, but we don't really have a sell set getting swept here, but we do have a 4 hour inversion, 4 hour gap getting held here throughout Asia, and now we have another reclaim. Yeah, this looks pretty decent, but I do want to see price come back there. Okay, London open, but it looks like it's gonna get filled. I don't know, at this point we're probably gonna wait for New York. Even though we initiated, I don't really want to do this shit unless we align with New York open. Okay, this actually looks relatively decent. But the thing is, we did fill that gap, which makes it slightly risky to be trading. We did fail the low here, and we are breaking higher. The only thing is that I don't really trust this break higher. I don't really trust it. Even if it goes, I don't really trust it. And we see that how I filter the loss live by just not liking a break higher. This looks better, but still very choppy move. Yeah, see. Oh my god, bro. And it's also slightly risky because even though it's voided, look here, we had the only 1 hour AVG, and now we're kind of inversing. So I'll actually be a bit more slightly inclined towards sells at this point. By the way, we respect it, but it's just weird price action. It's not price action you want to be trading in. Boom. Okay, we get that really nice follow up here within Asia. From that inverse, we have buy sell liquidity into area, trigger, and follow up. So now we can look at taking lower prices. Where are we taking lower prices? Well, we don't really have high resistance in this area, so we can actually be targeting this low. I would actually say this order block, because the order block has a bit of strength here because it rated sell side, so it has a bit of a high chance of not getting taken. But yeah, we'll see if price retraces here in London. We might get a trending Asia. Let's see how we break lower. These are very kind of going two ways. It's either very rarely, actually it happens very rarer than you think. Then we breaking lower from here. We actually see we take it as an inverse. We have 4 hour coupled with 1 hour inversion, but still high resistance here, so would still be more likely to play those souls. I do want to see here we have a really good consolidation. I do want to see us retrace into that consolidation. I would want to see a bit higher prices, but apparently we don't. But it's late anyways, so we're gonna see if we carry on towards the next day. If Asia optimally opens and sweeps this high, oh my god, bro, you're him, bro, you're him. This is what 2k hours of backtesting really does, to be honest. So now it's still valid for us to be looking at sales if we inverse this, but yeah, it's kind of in the limbo state is what I call it. We did retrace towards this bullish range. I would still be slightly more likely or inclined towards bullish cases here. 4 hour inversion, and all we need to wait is we did have, okay, so let me remove these. 4 hour inversion, massive social liquidity sweep into the trigger, which is this. our low resistance liquidity should be here. We do have this, which makes it a bit risky to take, and this is relative high resistance, but we gotta see what we got going on here. The gap is extremely small here, so yeah, it's an extremely small gap. That's probably one very big reason why we're inverting it. And yeah, I want to see us claiming that shit higher. Claiming that shit higher and breaking towards New York, which is around here. We did sweep this low, so we might start breaking higher. Okay, we don't. So we actually inverse here. We did retest the inversion, but yeah, it's not a trade I would take. I would still want to see some bullish intent. This pretty much kind of confirms we're bearish on the retest here, but we don't really have a guarantee of taking this. But let's see if we manage to come into that area. Okay, we did. Okay, this is technically a pretty good entry here. We did sweep Asian highs, or this high, how, oh, not really, which makes it very risky to come back and sweep the highs, because we do have these equal highs. But just again, weird price action. It's probably gonna initiate lower though. Yeah, but still okay, it just initiated. This was a potential entry here, but I didn't like the fact that we didn't take that. Okay, we had an hourly gap apparently. Didn't even notice this. So maybe if we had that information of the hourly gap, we could have taken the short either here or on the next confluence, which was this inversion here, but it was again close to lunchtime. This could have been a trade to be taken towards this low, but I don't really think we're going to take the low necessarily. I mean, this, we keep looking at shorts here. Sell side inversion, 4-hour inverse, 4-hour inverse to 1-hour inversion, which confirms that we're gonna go lower, but we're still a lot of price to print. Okay, this is a very good reaction, but our stop loss is fucking huge, and this is a bit of a high resistance. So I wouldn't necessarily be trading into the high resistance though, but let's just see how it does. Yeah, it would have worked. Am I wrong for not wanting to trade into that? Maybe, but yeah, I said I'm gonna avoid trading in low resistance, so I'm gonna do that shit, you know what I mean? Let's see this. We have a pretty good massive sell side sweep, still valid area, still valid. Do we have low resistance liquidity? Let's see. I would say this is low resistance. It's not high resistance, at least towards these highs, but I do want to see a New York open retest here. That's a good gap. Do I want to be taking this though? That's kind of the question. Do I want to be taking this shit right here? I mean, the setup is textbook, right? Resistance, we're using the consolidation as our area. We have sell side sweep into trigger, which is a 1-hour trigger. Drawn liquidity should be this highs. We have to be careful at this though, but definitely should be these highs. Question is this break good or not? I don't really trust this break. I do want to see, yeah. Good thing I didn't trust the break, because we also had that gap here. More decent, but still not enough, because we're holding that over the block. Still rejected once again. It rejected too many times, man. Fuck this shit. But maybe I should have taken it on this, and that would have been it. And reaching towards the high. Oh my god, there's so many ideas, bro. This I think would have been valid. Sometimes this is hard to balance. Sometimes I overskip trades, right? I overskip trades, and we're building a lot of resistance. But I would still be down to keep buying here. Where is the next high resistance area? Here. On that, yeah, definitely there. I want to see if this gets inverse. We have a pretty clear way on going higher. This right here. Oops. This right here. If it gets inversed, easy pause. If it doesn't, pretty much sells. Yeah, we're bearish. See how like a 3-minute gap ends up being so fucking pivotal and so important for price here. How that 3-minute gap determined that we're gonna be bearish for the next the rest of New York session. It's kind of crazy sometimes how a small gap like that ends up being really pivotal. We had like two trades until now. It would have been 100% win rate, but again, I'm over skipping sometimes, which is something I'm working on, finding that balance between skipping dog shit trades and still taking the ones that are worthy, because most of the time you're actually skipping trades. This is how the realistic trade selection is looking, and you're just getting into that habit of skipping trades. So you, even if a trade is good, you tend to overanalyze or overthink, even if it's an A+ setup, because you're so used to skipping trades, if that makes sense. I don't like price action here. Still waiting on price to do some. Probably gonna see some version 10. This is a good inverse here. Let's see in terms of confluence. We have a POI. We have fractal to fractal. That's pretty clean. We have a 4-hour inversion. Big void here. I would actually be down to fill that, to look for the fill of this. Look for this, but cannot mitigate it. So wait, someone typed something, but I can't see. Can you please check gold? Okay, sorry bro, I didn't see the chat. What the fuck? Can you please check gold? I do like gold. Where is gold? For some reason I didn't see chat. I don't know why. Gold for me, I want to see bullish prices here. I want to see bullish prices. For me, keeping shorting here is very risky, because I reached my higher time frame zone liquidity, which was these equal lows here and this 4-hour AVG. So at this point, for me, it becomes way too risky to keep on shorting, even though we have this 4-hour AVG here. What for me is what is more likely to happen is us inverting this 4-hour, and from here I can actually look for some buys to target the next POI. Or for the only way I'm gonna actually keep shorting here is if we break below the AVG. For example, we come back lower here, we break below, we retest, and from here I'm looking to target these next equal lows. That's kind of my idea. So yeah, these equal lows are really nice, but we need to wait for it, because this is the last POI within the price leg, right? This is usually the POI that ends up being really pivotal. If we hold it, we're gonna go higher and switch trend, at least temporarily. But if we inverse it, if we close below it, it means we're reaching back into these and these. So that's my opinion on gold. I do like how gold is looking, but I need to wait for some structure. Definitely not tradable in London. Never trade, this is my advice, never trade gold in London. Never ever, don't trade gold in London, trade in New York. And the setup I'm waiting for is AUD USD. For us to confirm this gap, we have 25 minutes. Then I'm gonna wait for like a decent retracement or sell side or buy sell liquidity sweep. But yeah, gold is looking good, but we need more structure. We need to either close below here to confirm sells, or if we close above, we can target this. So that's kind of my idea. We definitely need to see structure, at least in the way I'm trading, or in the way I see the market. We definitely need to be waiting for structure to do something. Boom. Okay, we reached our POI. It's again early, only now we open London, and yeah, okay, this looks like a good gap. I'm not gonna lie, this looks like a good gap, good entry, but we're extremely fucking close to that gap, which is something I don't like. Let's think if we're over analyzing. GBT, shut the fuck up, man. GBT randomly opened. We have area, inversion, respection, and now we have 1-hour inversion here to keep looking at shorts. But the only thing which makes me hesitant here is the fact that we reached this POI, which is, yeah, I cannot take this realistically. Okay, buddy. Wouldn't have gotten tapped in anyways. Now we can keep looking to continue. If you get a retracement in New York, I mean, it's very vulnerable for a retracement here. Boom. Okay, we did get that retracement, so let's consider, let's look at price once again. Are we in high resistance? I wouldn't call an Asia session high resistance though. Yeah, not high resistance. What I would call is this really small detail in price here, which is those news wicks here. This is probably what I'm drawn towards, and New York lows. If we break, of course. If we don't, that's fine. But we're slow as fuck. This looks like a wickable, like a fucking wickable, very wickable entry. Let's see if I'm right. Now I'm, to be honest, I'm down to try in this trade. But it's kind of late. Wait. We don't have really opposing PD arrays, but it's extremely late. That's the problem, but I'm still gonna let it be. No real resistance, should be an easy way. The only worry about this trade is that we are how do I say, we are almost near close, but I'm gonna let it run. I think we should be easy, at least towards this timing. I mean, I would probably trim half here because we're kind of closing New York. I would wait a bit more. This is not a great reaction, so I would trim half here, just no hesitation, and go break even. Oh my god, that timing was great. Oh my god, that timing, bro. But it's probably gonna hold break even though. Here I was thinking about going here, which should have been my choice because I think the trade is gonna hold. It's just that break even was a bit relevant. I think the trade is gonna hold again. Oh, okay, never mind. We're still secure like a zero. How much is this? 0.75. Of course, like the trade was good, it's just timing was bad and volatility died down hard. I closed really well here, intuitively closed there, but see, the entry would have definitely held. I knew here I should have placed my stop loss here, which is a small mistake I did, but we would have ended up holding towards night. Yeah, that was just it. I should have placed my stop loss here, not on break even, but that's completely fine. I knew that, but it's back testing is fine. It just matters that I don't do this mistake in my live trading. Okay, we just melt massively. Okay. Do I want to keep shorting here? That's the question. Let me also open my trading view to see. Yeah, IU's looking good. If we stay intact here, if we keep that sell side intact, I would really not like to see that intact. Okay, here we had a massive retest on that area, which is a valid area, but we cannot target potentially more than this. This is where high resistance is starting, so this is at most our drawn liquidity. Yeah, looking like a good gap here, I'm not gonna lie, but stop loss is very troll. Let's see. Yeah, see, stop loss is very troll. Instantly as I say that, the stop loss gets swept. Good thing I didn't place a trade. There's so many trades getting skipped because of, I don't know, intuitively, so many trades, and this is very important. This is how I'm able to maintain a 50-60% win rate now. I skip a lot of trades, bro. I skip a lot of trades, especially the ones that we're trading into. These are life changing, bro. If you feel like you have a low win rate, you want to increase your win rate, just avoid trading in something like this. When price reaches this area, for example, being bearish here, stop trading. Stop trading sells. Stop trading. Stop looking to target here because it's too much resistance. If you want to trade these consolidations, trade buys from here. Trade buys. But yeah, intuitively, the only reason I'm able to maintain a 50-60% win rate right now is because I'm skipping a lot of trades and I'm only trading A+ setup. That's a big change. It has a very huge impact on win rate, and I didn't even realize that it has such a huge impact, but it does have a huge impact. I see, for example, here I don't see any model. I'm just sitting on the bench. Still sitting on the bench. We do have a hourly inversion, but still sitting on the bench. See, and I already in this stream I didn't trade a long time, but you already see me skip a lot of setups, a lot of bad entries, a lot of, I don't know, false entries that are just my intuition was telling me they're garbage, don't take them. So we have somewhat of a buy sell liquidity here. I don't know if that should be valid. Kinda is area, it's a consolidation, so we can be looking at the shorts because this is a very strong area. Boom, gap here, buy sell liquidity into area, into trigger, but we do have high resistance, which is again here, skip it instantly. No thoughts, no nothing. It's high resistance, just skip it instantly. No second thoughts, no regrets that this shit is gonna work or not, just instantly skipped. Still gonna watch though, but yeah, don't trade these conditions. because this for me is definitely orders, and definitely I don't want to be trading against those orders, because these are hedge funds. We're still staying here, still having their orders unfilled, and when price always comes in this area, they're protecting their break-even orders and they're gonna push price higher. That's why I don't want to be trading in this. But it might work. I don't want to see still the high getting swept here, but yeah, it's just we're slow apparently in New York. We don't really do much. And you see, that's what I wanted to say. Because of these consolidation, it's very likely this FVG is not gonna hold. Bro, please, if you're on the stream right now, please test this information, because I've seen it only recently. I've implemented it, and I've seen it happen so many times. When FVGs are not gonna hold, when your setup is not gonna hold, this is when the most time actually happens, when you're trading against this consolidation. This is when this FVG right here is not gonna hold, is likely not to hold lower when we're trading in this. That's kind of exactly what happened here. So let's see, in terms of model, do we have validity on looking at higher prices? I would consider these at equal highs at this point, even though this is high resistance. It has already been high resistance, already mitigated here. So I would consider this as being reaching into those highs, but I don't know if we're gonna retrace. Okay, we did retrace. This looks like a very good delay trending Asia. Timing, lunchtime, can trade it. See, also one thing that is really improved my win rate, I don't trade lunchtime. Even if it worked, we see here inversion. This was my normal entry. Boom. Where we're targeting, first target London highs, second target is higher time frame high. And look at this, almost fucking worked towards the higher time frame. We did have this though, but look at this. Yeah, it's a very fucking W trade that we missed on because we traded lunchtime. Is that wrong? No. Trading lunchtime is too inconsistent. I feel like most of the time it works on this setup, but yeah, this was a textbook setup. Now we just gotta accept that, okay, the trade was too risky. It's too inconsistent to be trading lunchtime. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If you see it work right here, it doesn't mean on the long term it's gonna work. It did work right here, but if you end up taking 10 trades like this, you're gonna see that it works 3 times out of 10. So even if it did work now, it's very, on the long term, is very prone to lose, actually, to not work. And then that was it. Could have maybe looked for a follow-up here. Yeah, this could have been maybe a trade here and take it from here, not here, but I just kind of hurried. But yeah, just be aware of these. Like when I stopped trading lunchtime, again, my win rate increased a lot. Let's see, almost closing the candle. As long as the sell side is staying intact, this is still a valid setup, and I do want to see this high getting swept here. We pull back deep, we hit this, and then I'm looking to trade. That's my only setup for today. And gold, if we manage to if we manage to do something on gold. So I would say still probably very likely we're gonna actually inverse and not hold lower, but okay, we did hold lower temporarily. Okay, this was a decent entry, but I would still say we're gonna hold higher, because I don't really believe this wick here. I still think we're gonna reach back into buy sell liquidity. Depends how we hold here. Okay, so if we invert, bro, what is this price action, Gengi? What is this price action, bruh? Like, see how much intuition plays a role. Like, this is what I hate, that people don't actually talk about this. People don't actually talk about is how big of intuition really affects your trading, and how it actually is necessary for you to turn profitable. It's not something you might need, it's something you definitely need. To go from break even to profitable, intuition is necessary, definitely. And now it's good. We do have massive buy sell liquidity sweep. Let's see if we complete the inversion, but again, we do oh my god, this price action is so clean, bro. This is definitely high resistance. So at most we can probably target Asian lows at most. Okay, never mind. Good thing it invalidated the trade. At this point, just continuations. We didn't really we had one setup. See how selective I am. Just think about it. I had one setup which ended up being a 0.75 for the past, I don't know how many days did we backtest. I don't remember exactly when I started the date. But I started in January, bro. I started in January, and I had for 1 month. I was just watching. I didn't see one good setup. This is the reality of how profitability looks like. At least for me. At least for me. The trading that I'm running, but I don't really see data on um, how much days I. He started in 11 January. So I started in 11 January. Now it is, yeah, 1 month, one trade. That's the reality of trading, bro. That's the reality of trading like this, or having a high win rate. This is it. This is the reality. You cannot have both trade frequency and okay. I was thinking about this, but now it's too late. You cannot have both trade frequency and high win rate. It's one or the other. If you have a high trade frequency, meaning you have a lot of trades, you gotta sacrifice win rate. Just this is how it works, right? If you have, if you want a high win rate, you need to sacrifice trade frequency. You cannot have them both. That's the reality of it. You cannot have them both. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, I forgot about this, but we didn't even take it. Okay. And also UJ is not a very clean pair. Not very clean, but just for fun. I wanted to back test it and see. Ooh, this looks good. Low resistance liquidity here. This is our only area of high resistance. I think it's a 4 hour, it's a 1 hour to 1 hour. Again, model decent. I wouldn't say it's bad. But yeah, let's see if we manage to retrace. It's a similar setup to what we have on AUD/USD right now. I don't want to see this high getting taken. These highs, oh shit, never mind. We just inverse massively. We probably reacted of this strong area. We didn't sweep that sell side, so here cannot do it. Cannot be trading higher unless, okay, that's what I wanted to say, unless we see a proper inversion here, which is confluence for us looking to target that high. Let's see 4 hour. We do have a 4 hour FVG here. I kind of got mitigated, but what I actually say is this. Not the greatest setup because of this, but we'll see. I don't want to see a proper retest once again. Okay, that's not a fucking proper retest. Just fucking wicked, and I was gonna leave higher. Yeah. I see there's so many times I'm right on bias, but if the setup just doesn't show itself, can't do anything. Like there's a lot of things that need to be aligned in trading. We have 4 hour FVG into 1 hour here, which I do like this. Low resistance, I would say. Big ass gap, does it matter? Not really, but again, it's very late. It's very late, and we did weak that shit. We did weak that shit at fucking 8. Okay, and this look like a good entry, but again, this is inconsistent. You cannot really know when price is gonna print hard in PM session and when it's not going to. It's just too risky to be trading, and it's better to just avoid. But yeah, and that are probably working or probably not. I would say this area still holds a lot of relevance. We're gonna reach, okay. Never mind, cuh. Okay, let's see if we want to carry intent lower from here. I would say technically we should towards these lows. Easy fucking target. Low resistance lows, but UJ is not clean at all. Oh, it's clean. My bad. It's a pretty clean entry. Let's take this. I want to recolor this high resistance. Really small, like a couple of minutes. We get like 2.7 hour. Boom. Let's see. Okay. Okay, buddy. Why you don't want to do shit, man? You don't want to be doing shit, man. I'm gonna place an alert here to be watching AUD/USD. Again, idea was right, but we just end up displacing randomly. Just UJ thing. Random displacement. Now we have 1 hour gap to follow, but I'm not looking to be trading in high resistance, no matter if it goes. See what happens in high resistance. This, oh my god, this is a perfect example of why you should avoid trading in high resistance. High resistance meaning this 4 hour order block, 1 hour big ass consolidation here. Look what happens. Imagine you would have been caught in shorting here. Decent short, you take a short here of this inversion right here. First, look what price does first time it reaches that consolidation area. Look what it does, fucking manipulates. Then you do us deeper, look what it does, manipulates again. Bruh. Guys, please try this shit yourself and see how it changes your life. Like, see, and oh my god, like this is not random, bro. This happens over and over again when we see bullish intent coming in of these high resistance areas. Let's think in terms of validity. Once again, is this trade valid to take? Sell side sweep into 4 hour area, into trigger, which makes it valid, but we do have a bit of resistance here on the highs. We're gonna be seeing how we do. I don't wanna see us retesting that. I wanna see the sales are getting swept. Okay, never mind. Unless we massively inverse this, we're pretty much doomed. Yeah. We're living silver bullet. Maybe did I hurry here? Was I too fast? The 5 minute look good here. But yeah. UG doesn't fucking have volatility. Jesus Christ, and it's a bullshit pair. I'm not nice. It's very rare that it has like a proper setup, UG. Because it's already almost 2 months with one setup that got stopped out of break even. It's crazy. It's crazy work. Yeah. What is this PA? I don't want to target the SPY side now, but it's very overextended. We don't really have a PY. We do have this hourly, but let's see on the 4 hour. Do we have okay? We do have confluence because we do have this big ass 4 hour inversion that we end up holding and giving a reaction off of, and our trigger, but it's pretty dog shit trigger. It's pretty dog shit. It's holding it as resistance. Now we reclaim, but it's too late. We're gonna wait for next session. Next session is we open London, or oh, we didn't open London again. My time shifter. This is good. Probably one of the few trades I'm gonna take, but it's an interesting variation because we don't have Asian lows getting swept. Let's see news. We should probably check news, but I'm too lazy to be doing that. We have 1 hour inversion. Yeah, pretty much should be easier reaching to the size. First target here. We just held that really well. Or it completely, oh shit, we got fucking lucky as fuck. Oh my god. You're lucky as fuck, Gengi. For now. Oh my god, we got so lucky. Realistically, this wouldn't have happened. This would have been a stop loss here by spread. Again, I will also trade. So why I'm backtesting is because I'm trading first of all and I'm getting data. I do want to see also I'm backtesting very similar to how I live trade. I'm bringing finally my backtesting as close to my live trading as I can. This gap should hold. So now I'm watching for trade management because we did reach this. So yeah, still giving it a bit time here. It's too early to be trimming. Okay, that's bad, but maybe it's just break-even orders, is it? I want to see if it holds a bit higher. Okay, keep rejecting the entry. I don't want to get out of break-even, but okay. So let's think, is this trade worth taking? To be honest, I don't know. It's very high resistance. We ended up reacting of this 50 minute, and we do have this, but it's just weird as fuck. Let's just let it be, to be honest. I think we mitigated break even, or is there's just too much resistance here in my eyes. But this is where we build resistance, but it's very short term here. So we gotta see if bearish intent holds from this London consolidation that we have on the highs here, because if it holds, we're pretty much gonna go lower. If not, yeah, we're probably doomed and then getting out of break even, and whatever he wants to do, it does. Big close. Yeah, see, this is one of our problems as well. Like, sometimes it's just about trusting, or it's not about trusting. Yeah, I felt like this was a low probability trade. This I shouldn't. I don't think I should have been in the first place, but it was like a good experience, I guess. Another break-even trade, but yeah, this was just dog shit. I just took it because I kind of got bored. That's one problem why it's hard to trade only plus setups, because you get bored. That's the thing. You get bored really easily. Like, just skipping. We didn't choose the cleanest pair. I'm not gonna lie. Euro definitely moves 10 times cleaner. But yeah, what can you do? I do want to get at least one win. That's all I'm asking for. I mean, we did get one win, but yeah, I don't like this trade even if, oh shit, shittings. This is why trade is hard to trade only plus setups. It's hard to back this so much, because for some people this shit might be boring. Because I just went 2 months of backtesting and looking at every day's price action to not see one good setup. This is the reality, right? This is the reality of trading, and off trading only A plus setups. Off how profitability looks like. You think profitability looks like you taking all the valid trades you have? I'm gonna give you a hint. It's not. I thought the same way. I thought you can trade every single setup you have and be profitable, but that's a big ass lie. You need to be purely selecting only the best setups that you have. That's how you're gonna turn profitable, and that's how my win rate ended up taking a turn. Of course, it's boring. You're not gonna have setups. A lot of time, you're not gonna have setups. But what do you wish? So what is your choice? Being bored from not having a lot of setups, or being unprofitable? What would you choose? What would you choose? Taking less trades and turning profitable, or keep trading frequency because you're bored and remain unprofitable? I mean, for me, the answer is pretty simple. Oh shit, that was a really good reaction, but it happened too oh my god. I didn't really want to target lower than these equal lows here. It does have void, but it does also have high resistance. See, could have been targeted this inversion here. I had it marked. If we would have had the thought of shorting towards that inversion and not here, the trade maybe would have been valid. Still very garbage R. See, like, just waiting for that good setup, man. That's it. Good momentum lower, but I still don't trust unless we close below. So you keep rejecting that shit. This is pretty much bullish at this point. We have 4 hour FVG with 1 hour inversion consolidation, but this is late. This is like Asia. Target this, low resistance. Next target this. Oh my god, bro, I'm ahead. But what can you do if there's no setups? What can you do? This pair is dog shit in itself. It's dog shit in itself. I used to get so brainwashed that, oh, you can't trade. There are people that take fucking 20 trades per day, bro. But for me, I always got kind of influenced by other people saying, you should trade that, you should trade indices, you should trade that, and I just lost time doing that shit. Because at the end of the day, you know how you should trade, and you should discover your own profitability. At the end of the day, you can take advice, of course, but listen to the advice, consider what the guy is telling you, and then make a decision. Never just blindly listen to someone unless, I don't know, it's a really good person. But if you're like friends that are the same level, why would you listen to a friend that is at the same level you are? Why would you do that? You should mostly try out yourself and try find things yourself. That's how profitability is born. Profitability is born from you finding out, you putting in the work that I'm doing right now to be finding out your true edge. Is not done through copying anyone else. This is the reality. There is no shortcut, there is no holy grail, there is no the best strategy ever. What makes any strategy profitable is experience. I used to see this a lot of times. What makes the strategy profitable is experience with the strategy and optimizing and doing all these stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna go take a small break because fuck me, bro. Going 2 months with no trades is crazy. It's kind of crazy. The equity curve is looking good, but the profits are really small. Really small. We only made like 0.75 in a month. But can you do something like this is what the market has given you? This is what the market's giving you. I'm not. You cannot be there and get mad and get impatient and start forcing trades and do all of that, because that what is only gonna do is gonna make the hole deeper. It's like when you're in quicksand, right? If you struggle, you're gonna sink deeper. Like the same with trading. If you struggle, if you force, you're gonna sink deeper into drawdown. You just gotta take whatever the market's giving you. But yeah. I'm gonna get back. I'm probably gonna be. I don't know. I don't know if I even wanna be keep trading UJ. Probably gonna be trading it a bit more, but probably gonna trade it a bit more. Like 1 month, I'm gonna give it one last try, which is I think right now we're in. We're in 4 March. Already been taking 2 fucking months just to for 0.75. So not this, not my stream, my bad. So yeah, still waiting on this AUD/USD trade. Not really doing much. It's probably like usually AUD/USD when setups like this, it usually leaves lunchtime. But this is probably gonna be the best idea is to be a New York setup at this point. AUD/USD doesn't usually have volatility anyways, but I do want to show you this model that I'm trading. I don't even know if I have a bro, I don't know why sometimes I delete my models, but I do have it's called trending displays. No, I think I have it in my trades here, but I need to filter. Boom boom. What is the setup? Do I have? I don't have. Oh, but I do have. So where is it? Where is it? Trending displays. I'm curious about this trade because it's like a red sign, which means oh shit, this was garbage, and this was actually pretty recent. On my birthday. Oh yeah, I do remember. But yeah, this is, I think this is a good example. Let's see. Oh yeah, this was that A plus trade. Trading this place is basically when Asia just trends lower and then massively forms a gap. That's kind of what is happening right now as well, but it's not so clear. But you get what I mean, right? Let me see if I have another setup that is a bit more, even a bit more clear. Yeah, something like this. Like we see Asia trending slowly higher, then we have a massive displacement. Yeah, but these setups were dog shit. What am I doing, man? I mean, oh, again, I got reversed on. I do remember the trade. This was painful. It was so painful. I was like almost 3 hours in profit. Then I held towards my TP and I get fucking reversed on. I take no parcels. I do nothing. This was probably one of the the biggest pain I've experienced. That's probably the most painful experience you can have. That and getting reversed on. You're getting reversed on before the TP gets hit, and getting stopped out and then price hits TP. That's probably one of the most painful experiences you can have. Yeah, so gold, you guys just keep asking. I think is slightly more inclined towards being bullish because of just where we are, and I think we're gonna be drawn towards this being the next magnet for price. But we need to see price confirm that shit by us closing above this. So still, this is my okay, I don't know how I did that shit, but I didn't. This is my drawn liquidity if we close above here. It's a bit weird because we do have this consolidation here which might hold price lower, but yeah, we're gonna see. Generally, I'm still expecting price to come for the highs. Euro, bruh, euro, euro already reached high resistance. This is at most, this is the same model. The trending displays, trending Asia, then massive displacement, and then we retrace, and we usually trade off a 50-minute order block that we have at the start of the range. But yeah, I'm just at most gonna demo this. It's highly not advisable to be trading that shit. I see. We have potential for UK as well, for New York, but yeah. Oh, this is nice RMC here. Range initiation, mitigation of the range, and continuation. It was nice intraday profile, but it is what it is. We're gonna be watching for this AUD USD trade. I'm gonna go smoke a Siki, maybe eat some, and yeah, I'm gonna be back. Bro, trading is hard. I be locked in. It's not fucking easy. It's tiring. I'm not gonna lie, it's tiring. Even though I didn't work that much these past few days, it's still tiring as fuck. It's not easy to be doing trading, like seriously, to be really locked in, meaning you legitimately are present every single day. London and New York, and back this thing, bro. Like I back tested a lot these days. But yeah, this is how you achieve success. There's no other way around it, and there's no doing it one day then you just are lazy for the rest of the week. It requires massive consistency and doing this shit every single day. It's not easy though. I took 3 years of consistent fucking work for me to reach this point where my backtesting has a 60% win rate, and I have 2.5 hour on average, so it took me a lot of time and a lot of work to reach here. It's not possible without the work. It's not possible. Okay, so you ended up reaching out early, but very unlikely I'm gonna trade right now. I don't want to see a deeper pullback. I don't want to see price come towards that inversion that we have this, meaning we reach high resistance towards our idea. So, but yeah, I would much rather be sleeping right now. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm devoted, bro. I'm disciplined. I'm giving my best to staying consistent. It's not easy. You see me, sometimes I fall off. That sometimes happens. But even with yourself, don't be mad at yourself when you fall off the process, when you have one day when you genuinely need rest. You don't have to grind every single day. You don't have to. You don't even. I don't even have to. For example, I don't even have to be doing these streams for me to actually turn profitable. I don't have to do this, but I'm just doing it because I want it. So it's a lot of things that go on into this, but yeah. As long as you don't give up, and as long as on the long term you know you're gonna be consistent, even if it is 2 days per week, even if it's 3 days per week, in the long term, as long as you know you're gonna be consistent, there's no need to worry. But I don't really like this. So right now, see, I don't have a setup. I could be sleeping, I could be doing all sort of things, but I'm devoted to my process because I just like what I'm doing. That's what you should do as well. Don't do trading because of the money, bro. It's gonna destroy you absolutely. Mentally, it's gonna destroy you. Like at this point, I'm not even thinking about money anymore. I'm not even thinking about money. All I care about is just like being the best I can, to be honest. And that's where you should be focusing as well. To being the best you can, not because this is the way you're turning profitable, but because you love doing it. You love improving. You love showing up every day. You love being consistent. All of these things, bro. Just be here because you enjoy doing it. I wouldn't really suggest doing it for the money because it sucks out the fun out of trading. Trading is extremely fun, but when you do it for the money, it legitimately sucks out the fun from it. The same with games. Like most of you probably play video games. I do play video games as well. When you're playing competitively, when you're playing to win, you're not gonna have fun at all. Especially when you lose, you're not gonna have fun. But if you're playing the game to have fun, then even if you lose, you're not gonna care. It's the same with trading. If you do trading for the money, when you're gonna lose, it's gonna destroy you mentally. And I've been there, trust me. I'm not saying this, I don't know, to show that or whatever. I'm saying this because I've been there, and it really, not really ruined my life, but it made a really negative space to be in. Being 3 years unprofitable while being desperate for money is gonna fucking destroy you mentally. Trading can really easily destroy you, pretty much. It can really easily destroy you if you're not doing it for the proper reasons. Okay, so gold didn't end up switching bullish, so that's nice. And it also takes a lot of work. If you ever wanna become profitable, it takes a lot of fucking work. Like that's why I'm gonna keep the streams on my channel. You see so many streams I've been present. Almost every single day, but it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. It takes a lot of work. And trading is probably the hardest job you can ever choose, but it's definitely rewarding. Because think about it, bro. Even right now, I'm working. Hi, bro. Hi. Even right now, I'm working like a full-time job. Even more than that. I'm working more than a full-time job. Yesterday, I was present both London, New York, and I backtested for 3 or 4 hours. This is somewhere like at least 8 to 10 hours per day. And working like this every single day without getting results is very, very fucking hard to do. It's very hard. It's extremely hard. Working a full-time job without getting any money for it. And on top of that, you also lose money. You can lose money. So it's really hard. First of all, it takes a lot of fucking work. That's what these streams are gonna be for. I'm not gonna ever delete these streams because they're gonna be a testimony. You're gonna see how I was thinking, what I was doing, when you're gonna see me reach 10% months consistently, which is gonna happen really soon. When you see reality catch up to who I've become, then you're gonna be able to check and see how did I get there, and you're gonna see how much I put work in, and then you can have a realistic expectation of what it takes to actually be successful in trading. It's not easy. It takes a lot of fucking work and a lot of years of pain, but maybe it's worth it. I would say it's worth it at the end of the day. It takes a lot of fucking work, a lot of not only work in terms of you practicing all these things. It takes a lot of self-reflection, a lot of changing a lot of changing in you, in who you are, a lot of emotional control, a lot of self-awareness, a lot of so many things. That this is why it's hard, because for you to be able to reach profitability, it requires self-mastery. That's why it's so fucking hard. It's so fucking hard because of that. Because trading requires you to master yourself, master your emotions, master how you think, be aware of how you think, change how you think, change how you see things. Because you are not born with a profitable trader's mindset. That's all for you to build. You're not born with a profitable trader's mindset. You never will. In trading, that's how it is, and you have to build it yourself, and you have to understand how do you build it. Hey, what do you think of monthly competition? Oh yeah, I did see this, but I'm not like, I talked about this previously on one of my streams, but let's see. The thing is, they're really good traders in that. To be honest, they're really good traders in the competitions, because it's nice, it's worth to be trading it. If you're profitable, even if you're not, it's kind of worth to give it a try. But there's people that, bro, like how these people are trading, it's crazy. Because I was in some of them, and I see how people are trading, and it's fucking crazy. Like, these people are pulling off 190% returns, bro. Like, god damn. This guy, like, this is how I see some people be taking 20 trades per day, and I have no idea, bro, how they're doing this shit. Like, look at this guy. I mean, this guy didn't take so many trades. This guy took like 4 trades this day, 5 here. This guy, yeah, but pulling off 190% is crazy. I'm not sure. I think they had something like, if you place like top 500, they're gonna give you challenge accounts. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, if you place top 100. Let's see. I want to see something. I want to see how much did the last guy pull here, and made, like, how much did he make? That's what I want to see. The top 100 one. I mean, bruh. So for you to place top 100, you need to make at least 60%. And I'm not sure how much this competition really holds. Oh my god, you see, bro, what the fuck? Nah, like, I don't know, like, sometimes my OBS, it's random. Thank you for saying that, but these guys be pulling like 190%. Pulling crazy fucking numbers. Okay, moved by mistake. They're pulling crazy fucking numbers, and for you need, the only way you're gonna get a reward is if you place top 100. And the last guy that placed top 100 pulled off a 60%. I'm not sure how much this competition takes place, or how much, how many days. But look at these guys are trading like 3-5, how much is this, 7 trades per day. But this guy, what is this? This is kind of garbage. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how this guy pulled up so much. Oh, are you fucking serious? This guy basically was fucking useless the whole competition, and he pulled this fucking 55k. Oh my god. 55k on a 100k account is 55%. This guy basically, Forex, I'm trading Forex, bro. So this guy basically won the competition with 1 trade. This guy probably, how much did it risk? 3 lots. This guy left this trade run for fucking months. US 30. Oh, on US 30 kind of makes sense, but it also, they have like You cannot trade more than 3 lots. But 55k, this guy won a trade and then he basically didn't do nothing. He made a 0.503 break even, 0.7, 1.5 break even. So it's actually possible. But yeah, I feel like these competitions, how you're prone to win, you need to be trading hella fucking trades. You need to have a big ass trade frequency per day, because these guys are trading like, goddamn, these guys are trading in the max amount of trades per day, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 one day. Look, 20 trades per day, legitimately 20 trades per day. I can't do that shit. I have I have 2 trades per week. 2 trades per week. These guys are taking 20 trades per day. I don't know how these guys are doing it, but yeah, I think in this competition, it's